Hey y'all, Bolen Outdoors here, and today I'm talking about this CenterPoint XR175. I did do a video a little while back where I talked about how this is a great budget-friendly option. I did decide today to take it out, shoot it a little bit, just to see, show you what I'm talking about. That said, I mean, I picked this thing up for like 80 bucks, so it's not going to perform like, $1,000 Raven or something will, right? It has its limitations, it being a recurve. It is going to lose some power outside of like 30 yards, so you want to keep that in mind. But kind of a perk to that, the recurve, you can get the string super cheap, you can put it on yourself. So that's pretty nice. Out the box, the bolts that came with it were garbage, so probably toss those. But if you can pick one of these up, and again, this one's by CenterPoint, but I do know other companies make exactly the same thing. I think different companies probably license the rights to sell this design. If you can find it for 80 bucks, it's not a bad thing to just have in your kit, because I've personally taken one decent buck, probably the best tom I've ever killed in my life. I've taken several doe, so I mean it does put deer down. But again, you gotta be cautious about that beyond 35, 30-35 yards. I do shoot one at 35 today and nail it, but it required some, adjustments on it. But overall, though, it's an awesome pick, and yeah, hope you enjoy. Alright, so I just wanted to pop in here and give you my closing thoughts on that CenterPoint. I did have to come inside. It's like 95 degrees outside and super humid. I'm dying. But that Crossbow, as said, it's a great budget-friendly option. It's not going to definitely by any means perform like I have a Bear X Intense. That thing's like a laser. I mean, I've shot several deer at 45 yards pretty easily. I mean, it's right on point. It's not going to shoot like that. Another thing to be cautious about too is when you're caulking it, which I lost a little strap thing a while back, so I just use my hands, is if you caulk it kind of tilted at all, it will shoot to left or right. So you got to be real careful about making sure that you're pulling it even in order for it to shoot straight. But overall, again, great budget-friendly option. I do plan on using that this year. I'm shooting, I got a whole bunch of older Muzzy broadheads that I sharpened up. I'm just going to use those. But I've got a specific spot set up this year, though. I've been scouting for my sons. I'm going to be setting a blind up right next to this pond. We're only going to be like 20-25 yards away from the pond on a major donkey trail. These things are, deer are really just moving through that spot. So yeah, I'm going to get set up on that, and I think it's really perfect for those kinds of situations. I even like to carry that thing with me too when I'm checking traps during archery season, because there's been a couple times I've had deer pop up. One of those times I was able to harvest a doe successfully because it popped up, was wondering what I was, and I had that crossbow handy cocked, and I was able to put one in her. So hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the XR175 or anything else that talked about here, reach out. Feel free to comment, like, share. and we'll see you out in the woods.